everyone, welcome. I'm Jenna with Apple Creations. We're in an event, so we're going to hold off for a moment until Gia gets us put in. Welcome everybody, I'm glad you're here. I just got home from work and sat down. I told my husband, I said, I don't know why I signed up for a 1 o'clock because that's really close. But we made it, we're home, and yeah, we're here. So when I start seeing some eyes pop on, we'll be good. So we have like a minute, half a minute, something like that. So I want to welcome you all. This is Creative Crafters Ensemble event. So, hi, say hi when you're here. I lost myself over here. I don't get it. So, we'll try and do this one over here again. Hi. Okay. Do this again. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Joanne. Welcome. So let's see if I can keep the comments going today. That's always an iffy thing. You never know. So we're just going to hold off for a minute until everything's going, Deborah. I have tomorrow off. I'm spending the entire day packing. Maybe we'll get this done. Maybe. That's a big maybe. So as soon as I see Gia's got us in, we're going to get started because we're making a gingerbread out of something unusual. So I hope y'all have had a good day. I just walked in and sat down. Here I am. I just got off work. I don't know why I picked a 1 o'clock because, yeah, I just got home. Oh, I know, Deborah. Thank you for praying. We need it right now because we're both like crazy. Crazier, I should say. So I got my coffee, so it's going to get me going. Hi, Donna. Welcome. We're just holding off for a second until Gia gets us put in the event. Hi, Vicki. Welcome. So I'm still in uniform. You're not here to see me. You're here to see my gingerbread. So this is the gingerbread event. So I'm kind of out of breath because I was rushing and I forgot to put a couple things here yesterday. So I had to go on the other side of the house and grab them because most of my sewing and craft stuff is now in boxes. Yeah, who moves this time of the year except for me? But this is not by choice. So anyway, God has it all under control. I believe that. So, as soon as I see that we're in, hi, Vicki. Oh, welcome. I'm happy you're here. I wasn't sure how many people would actually be able to come on at this time of the day. So, I don't know if my clock is a little fast or slow. So, just see what Gia does. So this is always an awkward time. There's a couple seconds before the event actually starts. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. Thank you, Gia. I appreciate it. This is Creative Crafters Ensemble Gingerbread event. And I am Jenna with Apple Creations. And I want to welcome all of you. Thank you all for being here. So my gingerbread was something that I saw a while back in a boutique, and I thought, yeah, and I know y'all do this, I can make that, right? So we're going to attempt this. Hi, Cheryl. Elk River Crafting. You're Kathy. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Deborah. So when I saw this, I was immediately drawn to it. Now, I don't decorate with gingerbread, but this was so cute. But they wanted $78 for it. And I thought, I can do this a whole lot cheaper. So we're going to take this out of my brain, out of my what I remember, and we're going to make this. So, hi Brenda. So what we're doing is we're taking a clock and we're making it into a gingerbread. Now, I did put one coat because this was yellow. I couldn't find any other color, but Dollar General only had yellow. So I put one coat of nutmeg brown, just so the color does not show through. Now we're going to cover the sides and this little rim here with just felt. So I measured them out and I cut them. So I sewed yesterday a head, which I've already painted, arms and legs. So I'm using nutmeg brown because I think this is the perfect nutmeg or gingerbread color. It's, hi Sharon. So this is what I think is the perfect nutmeg or gingerbread color. And we're also going to put some cinnamon on this. So I have two little wooden hearts. I was looking for a push pin, but everything's like helter-skelter here right now that's moving. So I used a straight pin. So we're going to see if that works. Because it's very easy to use a push pin when you're doing wood so you don't get paint all over. And I'm using Waverly Chalk Crimson for the hearts. And those are going to be her cheeks. So we're going to get started painting because this all has to dry. And I just opened this. So if y'all like Apple Barrel, this is under $5 on Amazon. They have a lot of their colors. This is 16 ounce, under $5. So if you're looking for Apple Barrel paints, go on Amazon and look for that color because that's under $5. And that's it's almost $7, $8 at Walmart for the same thing. So I am just going to put a liberal amount of paint on the arms and legs. Like I said, I already have the head done. I was experimenting last night what I was going to do because I've never made one of these. So you are experimenting with me. But for $78, I thought I would not pay that. But I know I can make that. My daughter used to say, Mom, just buy it. You know you're never making it. But I put it away in the roller decks up there, and eventually it comes back out. It goes full circle. So we're just going to get this all painted up. Don't want any red. Now, when you're painting your dolls and things, it is easier to stuff it then paint it, because if you don't, you will when you get this stuffed, if you paint it first, your seams sometimes are not painted. So it's easier. Hi Rhoda. So Rhoda, May, and Ray Inspired is after me. So I hope y'all can stick around because this is going to be an interesting event to see what everybody does with their gingerbread. So if you stuff it and then paint it, your paint goes right into the seams. Otherwise, when you stuff it after you paint it, you're going to have to go back and paint those seams. Because no matter how much you push it out, you're always going to get a roll right there. Hi, Colette. How are you? I'm glad you could be here. This is a gingerbread event. We're in an event with Creative Crafters Ensemble, and we're painting up my gingerbread body parts. So as you all see, I just walked in the door and sat down here from work. So it's okay. We're pulling it together. So if you're not following a Creative Crafters, it's a free group. Hop over there and join. Gia does a super job. And as soon as I saw her post that this was a gingerbread event, this clock came back to my brain, and I was like, I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna make that. So it figures, I told my husband, I don't do a whole lot of events because every time I schedule events, something happens. And this month I scheduled, I think 4. And we're in the middle of moving, so until the 20th, it's hard to tell what my background's going to look like because the 20th is when we can start moving into our house. So yeah, my Christmas tree was up exactly 3 days. Shortest lived Christmas decorations ever. I have a blow up nativity for the yard. I did take it out of the box. It went right back in the box. It never got blown up. Next year. Lord willing, next year. Hey, Jody. I told my husband, I said, I'm not even sure I have time to change shirts. I'm just going to sit down in my uniform. Nobody's here to see me. They want to see what I'm making. Okay. So I think there was one spot, yep, right there on the head. So sometimes when you're painting fabric, your seams, you have to go back and touch up a little bit when they dry. It's just like, I don't know if it's the double fabric but it sucks it up. So we have our head, arms, and legs painted. So now we're going to put so I don't order that. We're going to put cinnamon on them. And I'm just lightly sprinkling cinnamon over top of that wet paint. So I'm not putting a lot, just a light little sprinkle. Because she's a gingerbread, she needs her cinnamon. Oops, that's a little bit too much. So this has nutmeg, allspice, ginger, all kinds of stuff in here. So I just dump it all into one container, and it is what it is. I'm just going to take my brush and just dab it, just to push it down into that paint. So my brush is just lightly damp. So it's going to help that cinnamon just start to dissolve and stick. we're going to do the hearts. So I'm hoping, putting these on straight pins, since I can't find a push pin. Yeah, that's going to work. Just hold it enough for me to paint it. So I'm only doing the sides and the front because these are her cheeks. If I'm missing your comments, I apologize. I always go back and... Oh, Cheryl, definitely. I will follow you. Yes, thank you for following me. When I get off, I always go back and read all my comments. Oh, that didn't work. So, let me grab another one. One worked, one didn't. So, it's a 50-50. So these are going to be nice little cheeks, and when they're dry, I'm going to take a white paint marker and go around the edges and make it look like stitches. Oh, God bless you too, Cheryl. Yeah, I definitely will follow you. I probably got red paint on my pants, but it's okay. It's a uniform. So let's dry this up. Hi, Grace. Let's let that do its thing for a few minutes while we work on her face. So I am using Real Doll Eyes for her eyes. If y'all follow me any bit, you know I got to seal all my paint up because I end up either dumping it on the floor or on myself. Yeah, so we don't want that today. So I'm using Real Doll Eyes. And they come, you can get them with these little discs. See, the eye comes clear, and then you put the disc on it, and it's like a glittered. And then it changes, just puts a little ring of color around your eye. So that is what we're using for eyes today. And I have a piece of black embroidery floss that we're using for eyelashes. And I'm putting them on my eye, on the back of my eye, before I put them on my doll. So I'm just putting just the tiniest bit of glue and just spreading it out. And putting my embroidery floss right into that glue. So I'm making them long. We can go back and cut them after we get them on her face. So I'm giving her 3 eyelashes. And this is just a piece of embroidery floss that I cut off because I was doing memory bears last night. Yeah, I'm trying to get my memory bears done and delivered before we move, and trying to pack. Oops, it needs a little bit more glue. Get my fingers out of it. Okay, so we have three eyelashes. And we're going to do that to both eyes. Hi, Barb. Thank you for spreading the blessings. That I appreciate that. So we're just sticking that right on. So this is, you can do this instead of embroidering. So once you already paint your fabric, it's really hard to get a needle through it. I mean, you can do it, but it's a little bit of a fight. So this is one way you can do it to keep from fighting it. So this one, she's got really long lashes. Move that. I made 2 holes where I'm going to put her eyes because these have a shank on the back of them. Now normally if you're going to put them on your dolls, there is a washer that goes over that. I'm not using it because this is not something a child should ever have because it's a clock. So I say that, and then you know that they're going to get it. So I'm just putting glue on the hole and just going to work these into that hole. Just push them right down in there. So these eyes came from Amazon. You can get all different color backings. So I did a doll for a little girl and she wanted her to have pink eyes. So I got the backing. So there we go. So I'm losing my comments over here. Crazy. I guess I'm not getting them back now. So I have a little glittered red pom-pom that we're using for her nose. And for her mouth, I'm just using a red paint pen. I did shake these up, but they seem to settle really fast. And we're going to put her cheeks on. Before we do that, let's do her stitches. Hi, Michelle. I felt bad the other day when you were expecting an angel doll and I didn't sew one. So I'm just making little dashes all the way around the outside. Of both hearts. So there. Just a little bit of detail goes a long way. So we're going to glue those on at the edges of her mouth. Now the one I saw in that boutique, I believe had candy for her cheeks, the Star Mints, but right now, going somewhere to pick out something different is not an option. Okay, so there's her face. I have a wide popsicle stick or a tongue depressor, part of one. That's how we're going to glue it on the back of the clock. So I'm going to close up this stuffing hole. Hi, Teresa. Let me see if I can get my... There we go. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Well, I'm making a clock. Michelle, it's sort of. Oh, it's a clock. I'm in a couple of the Christmas, 12 days of Christmas that's coming up. I'm going to try and make an angel or a doll for you. So I need a little bit more paint. Right here on the bottom. So there's her head. So we're going to put a big bow on top. So let's set all of this aside. The arms and legs are still drying. And we're going to work on the clock itself. So like I said, this was yellow, and I just took the nutmeg brown around it, and just so none of that shows through. So I cut strips that we're gluing all the way around here, all the way around the edge. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, Callie. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Gia. Well, this isn't my original. I did see something like this in a boutique, but $78 was, even if I had the money, I don't think I'd pay $78. And I think the one I saw in the boutique was a mass-produced item. But this got my brain thinking, if somebody wanted a clock for any holiday, you could do this in any character. Do a snowman one and have it out all winter. to trim off this excess. So this clock started out as a real pale yellow. So it doesn't matter now because it's nutmeg brown or gingerbread brown now. Okay, all around the face, this little lip, I am taking strips and I'm going to pleat it all the way around. So this is like a ruffle because I'm not gluing these down, so they're going to stick out from the front of the clock. So I really had to think about this thing because it's been a while since I saw it in that shop, and I thought I'll just come up with my own because I don't exactly remember what theirs look like. But that's what we do as crafters. We take somebody else's idea and put our spin to it, right? So some of you are probably sitting there thinking, I can take that and I can do whatever. So I'm just ruffling this all the way around, making sure that I get over that side piece that we just put on. And I'll show you this in a second. See how I'm just ruffling that? The wind is so bad here. It's starting. So hopefully the 20th when we move, the weather is good. Oh, thank you. Dawn, this isn't replay. This is, you got me live, but thank you for sprinkling. Ow. I stuck my finger in that one. So this is an event, Dawn, with Creative Crafters Ensemble, the gingerbread event, and I am making a gingerbread clock. So I hope everybody that's on my Telegram is getting notifications, because a couple of people have told me they're not. I don't know why. So we just ruffled this all the way around the edge. And then we covered the sides with it all. So we're going to take our head and arms and legs. Oh, there that went. So I have a little piece of the popsicle stick hanging out the back, and right where the 12 is, there is a hanger here on the back to hang it. So I'm putting this right above that hanger, her head, and we're gluing it. And we'll hold this for a second. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So there's that. All these glue strings. I forgot to put Vaseline on the tip of my glue tool. So we're going to take her arms, and I'm just folding in this cut edge, and I'm going to glue it on. I didn't stuff these all the way because I don't want them sticking out from her body. I want them to wrap around the clock. So I only stuffed them like 3/4. See, if I stuffed them all the way, they would have been out like this. So I want them to go around. Hi, Tanya. Oh, thank you, Dawn. So I'm just gluing right inside the arm and a little bit in the back. Now where her arms meet is not going to be seen because we are putting a bow. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you, Grace. So let's put her legs on. So how I'm putting her legs on, I'm folding in that opening. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I'm just folding that in, putting a little bit of glue here, pinching this closed. And I'm putting the leg on like this. And I'm matching the edge of the leg to the back of the clock. And they're just going to hang down like that. Can you all hear that wind? It's crazy. Well, now you won't donate those, will you? You can do all kinds of characters. holiday and non-holiday. Do a primitive doll. You can do all kinds of things. So I'm glad you didn't donate them. Usually I donate things and then I find a use for them and then I'm mad at myself for getting rid of stuff. Hey Sheila. Thank you, Gia. How are you? Okay. So there's the legs. I glued them right to the back of the clock and they're just going to hang down. So I have, last Christmas I could not find rickrack anywhere. So I've been stocking up on it. Now I find it everywhere. Thanks, Dawn. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right around the edge of her limbs and just put a little bit of rickrack. And probably this would have been easier to do before I glued them on. But since this is the first one, you know. So I thought it's either going to be beautiful or it's going to be an epic fail. And hey, we all have those fails, don't we? So I didn't pay a whole lot. I think $5 is all I paid for this clock. So the felt was like, I think it's 43 cents a sheet at Walmart. I got it yesterday. So there's not a whole lot in this. A little bit of paint. So you could do barnyard animals for the country ones. You could do holidays. I mean, my mind, as I was working on this last night, was going, oh, I could do this, I could do that. I got to get some more clocks. So, we all know how that goes. So see how that, I just outlined the front. So we got to get busy. We got 15 minutes. I'm going to do the same with her arms. Turn her around. So how many ideas are y'all getting? Oh, you're back? That's good, Brenda. Tanya, since you got 13 clocks to do something with, what is the ideas going through your head? Because I had a ton of them last night when I was working on this. Yeah, you go into thrift shops and you can pick up all kinds of clocks, huh? Doesn't matter what's the frame is. You can always paint it. Take a heat tool to it and take whatever they got laminated to it off. Rudolph. Oh, Rudolph. Yes, Dawn, you're going to have to work on that one and show me. With the antlers, that would be really cute. Santa, Mrs. Claus. Oh, yeah, I got your brain going, don't I, Dawn? And just think, they wanted $78 for this gingerbread clock. So I'm going to go around her head. So this is what she's looking like so far. Oh, Monster Inc. That would be cute, because there's a lot of cute monsters in that one. So I have, oops, I didn't glue that. Let me put some more glue there. So I have this wide, it's wired. I don't know where I got it from. It's 1.5 inch. Then I'm gonna make a bow for the top of her head. I'm just going to dovetail these two ends. And I'm going to glue it right to the top of her head. So this is a cheating way of making a bow. So I'm not making this Christmassy. That way somebody can use it year-round, because I know a lot of people decorate year-round with gingerbread. Kitchen witch. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that idea. So I make, this is ribbon that has been grunged, dipped in Mod Podge, and wrapped around a straw to dry. So I get these little curlicues. And I'm going to use this for hair. Before I totally glue the rest of this down. I'm just going to give her a couple little curls. So there she is so far. Oh yeah, gingerbread napkin. I have a couple of them. I got in a ornament exchange. That's going to be another gingerbread project. So I had like 4 different gingerbread projects. But this one I thought I wanted to do. So I'm going to take the same ribbon and I'm going to wrap it around her neck. And we'll put a little bit more glue right there to help hold her head. And tie a bow. I think we're just going to make it. We're going to hit our hour. So I had a button. There it is. I have a red button. I'm going to put right in the middle of this bow. And I have another one I'm going to stick right on the top of her head. Nope, my phone just went out again. I don't know why I have such a problem doing these videos with Facebook. It's crazy. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it anymore. Oh well. So right around her arms, I have this trim. It's got little pom-poms all around the edge. This came from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to put it right around her arms. Not a bow, just wrap it around. And I'm going to do the same thing on her legs. So there she is so far. So a cute little clock to decorate somebody's gingerbread kitchen. So my mom's going to be mad because I forgot to send her a message and tell her that I'm going to be live. Hey, Marcia. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Teresa. Because normally on Wednesdays, I'm live at 4 o'clock. So I changed my schedule up. So we are doing good. I didn't know if I'd be able to get all this done in an hour. So I have 2 more red buttons. Then I'm going to take, this is just real thin ribbon, and just make 2 little bows. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I get in a rut sometimes and I'm like, I don't know what to make. And then other times it's like I've got so many ideas for that I can't get them all made. Let's stick those right there. Maybe we won't need buttons on these. And we're going to do the same for her arms. I kept telling myself all day at work, I got to rush through this. I got to get it done in an hour, because I hate leaving a project unfinished. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. So, okay. Let's get these on her wrists. Now we could take this in so many different directions. We could put a utensil in her hand. We could make it Christmassy. I got glue string sticking to me. Making sure I got all my ideas on her. Because it never fails. Every single time I end a video, I think, oh, I needed to do, and I go back and add it. So let's trim her eyelashes, because, yes, she's not one of those girls with those gigantic long ones. Of course, if you are, God bless you. I wore false eyelashes for our wedding, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. So I need to redo her mouth, because that paint was just a little bit wet and it disappeared. So let's do her mouth again. There we go. So I'm going to give her eyebrows. And I'm just using a real thin, this is extra fine, precise. This is what I use when I'm drawing on my dolls. And she's done. 1 minute to spare. There she goes. So just a cheap kitchen clock. A little bit of, this is all scrap fabric, a little bit of paint, and some trim. We got a gingerbread clock. Thank you so much for those. hop over and watch Rhoda May. She is next. If you're on the Creative Crafters page, just refresh. Otherwise, you can go to her page. Hi, Diana. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. God bless all of you. So I'll join you over watching Rhoda. Oop, that's just a little too long there. There we go. That looks better. She doesn't want stuff hanging in her face. Thank you, Deborah. God bless all of you. Thanks for the hearts and the thumbs ups. Thank you, Michelle. I hope y'all like it. Something different we haven't seen before. So God bless you. I'll see you over on Rhoda May's page. Thank you, Grace.